everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Clarepoint podcast with me, Randy Prizzle. I know, you're looking at me thinking, what are you wearing on? You're looking like Missy Elliott from that I Can't Stand the Rain music video, the bin bag on and all that. Do you know what I mean? Puffy settings and that. But, I know, it's winter, it's cold outside, so that's why I've got a thick jacket on to counteract the coldness coming through, so it don't hit me with its best shot, literally like the song, hit me with your best shot, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, so it doesn't hit me at all, do you know what I mean? Can't hit me with this rhythm stick also, the songs are just coming out right now. But anyways, let me just move on from that and tell you all, we've got a jam-packed episode of the Clarepoint podcast this week, so appreciate you guys, first time listeners, seasoned listeners, watchers, so you're watching this on YouTube and that, so yeah, big up YouTube and you and all of that. Appreciate your time, and obviously hopefully you guys do enjoy this episode of the podcast this week. Let me stop waffling on, because I usually like to do the waffle stuff, Captain Birdseye settings and that. Let's move on to the first segment we got of the podcast this week, which is the usual for the podcast, just random questions, weird questions, all of that. Let's get into the first segment of that. Would you let me slap you for $100? I say pounds here because we live in the USA. You know what I mean? Not doing the Whitney Houston stuff. You make me feel like $1 million bill saved. The pounds here, you know. So pound is stronger than the dollar. Holla, I don't know about that now. It's generally on equal wavelengths now. But anyways, it depends. You know what I mean? It depends. If you're not trying to take the piss and literally pull your hand back and give me a firm slap like you in the power slap competitions and that, cool. Do you know what I mean? I don't want a man trying to slap my head off, otherwise it's going to be war, literally. Ooh, yeah, what is it good for? Absolutely not you, if you slap me, because that's what's going to happen. If you really pull your hand back and give me a firm whack, I'm going to have to counteract that and beat your ass. I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. Because you're taking the piss, let's be honest there. I don't want you to be taking the piss and trying to think that this is okay to be putting your hand back and firmly whacking man and clapping the blackness of man. You know what I mean? Don't be doing that. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, there could be trouble ahead for you. There may be trouble ahead where there's no moonlight and music all in your head. When I clap the bitchness out of you, that's what will be happening. But anyways, but listen, I'll let you slap me for $100. Man need the money. Pounds. Keep saying dollars, but it's pounds here. So I'll let you do it. Just don't take the piss. This is as simple as. Alright, let's move on to the next one. What we got here. Who would you hate to see naked? Well, that's an easy answer. Parents, innit? There's just, I don't want to see them naked. Low it, man. Do you know what I mean? That's mad, you know. Obviously, in my younger days, I think man walked in when mum was changing, and I saw the old droopy stuff, and I was like, yo, man has to turn back and flip reverse that, get out of here, you know what I mean? The Blazing Squad stuff. Don't want to see her. No, I don't want to see her working. I'm just trying to match it to the flip reverse. Let me get the cow out of here. Get out of here. Get out of her. I said, get out of her. Yeah, allow it, man. That's just mad. So it's easy for that one, parents. No. Shudder thinking about that. Yeah, allow it. Would you dress in drag for 25 quid? No, I wouldn't. It's as simple as that. No. So if you want to do that, that's cool, and you can do what you want. You know what I mean? But 25, no, allow it, man. People say, well, what's the limit you would do it for? $500,000, probably even more. Yeah. Because obviously dignity goes out the window, all of that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. $500,000, probably even more. Because you need the money, so. Yeah. Alright, next question. How old is the oldest cell in your body? Well, I believe it's the same age as me, obviously. 37. I mean, didn't it come with me, so 37, innit? I believe. So let's move on to the next one. Do frogs have ears? I don't believe frogs do, to be honest. I don't think frogs do have ears. And if they do, they have a great way of hiding it, because I don't think they do have ears. I know they have the all of that noise and that, but I don't think they have the ears. So generally for me, I don't hear them, having ears. That doesn't make sense, but you get my drift. Anyways, if you were a worm, how long would you be? Huh. Not that long, obviously. I'm a shorty. Do you know what I mean? Shortcake biscuit settings. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to get a lot of height from me. You know what I mean? Let's say in all lengths and all areas. Do you know what I mean? I'm a shortcake. Do you know what I mean? So I've kind of accepted for what it is. You know what I mean? I'm 5'4". Do you know what I mean? People say, well, what's that in inch? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Just look it up. Do you know what I mean? You'll be able to find it yourself if you want to know. Cool. Well, that's it for these random questions. We're just going to move. Well, actually, we'll have one more. Let's come to one more. Have you ever collected stickers that are on fruits? No, I haven't. That's mad. Stickers on fruits. No, I haven't done that. I don't understand that question. It's a bit mad still, but hey. People out there wilding, wilding. I want to see you wilding. I want to see you wilding. They're wilding, yeah. But anyways, wilding out settings, Nick Cannon and that. But anyways, let's move on from these random questions and let's come on to talk some TV series that I've been generally indulging in and watching. So I have been watching this season of I'm a Celebrity, and Get Me Out of There and all of that. So why are you watching that show? That show is dead. I watch it because of the Bush Tucker trials, and I've said this before. The Bush Tucker trials is what get me interested in watching that show, because I love to see the celebrity squirm. I love to see the fact that they are going to be shitting bricks when they literally be taking on these challenges, eating all these nasty shit, fish eyes, all this bullshit, literally balls, penis and all of that. It's crazy. You know what I mean? You would never catch me on that show, and I'll tell you why. I would never do that show even if I was big. If I really needed the money, like it was that bad, dire straits and all of that, cool, put me on there. Do you know what I mean? But man's going to make sure they vote me out in a week. I'm going to be the bad guy on that show, the real bad guy. Razor Ramon said, I'm going to be that bad guy. Do you know what I mean? You're going to want me out. You know what I mean? It's bad enough. As I said, they kick me out straight away. I don't want to be on there. Do you know what I mean? Get me out of there within 2-3 days. I'll do the Gillian McKee stuff, just be fainting all the time. Ooh, do you know what I mean? Out and about on my feet. Don't want to be there. Do you know what I mean? So I hear that the people have to do it, obviously, reformed celebrities or celebrities that have had past or ain't been in the limelight for a while or currently are, or whatever their situations is, just put them away from the limelight for a bit, or in the ranks it. So it's good to see some of them squirm. It's funny, it's hilarious. I like watching it, and that's all. I know Danny won this year. I didn't really watch the final. As I said, there wasn't really any Bush Tucker trials to be watching. And I thought, well, I've seen all I can see from these, Bush Tucker trials. So I generally didn't care. Do you know what I mean? Who won? So it's great for him, fantastic, but I didn't care. Once I think OT was out, and Melvin, and I think Talissa, obviously, for the culture, man didn't care in it, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? Whoever won, whatever it is. So congratulations to Daddy and all that for winning, but I generally don't care. So yeah. So well, you just said congratulations, but yeah, I'm just being, let's say, a civil person to say congratulations to him, but I generally don't care. Cool. We'll move on from I'm a Celebrity. But before that, let's take a quick pause. Yes, welcome back from this short little interlude. I should have put something in between that, like a little ding, 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 and then should be back shortly or something like that. It'd be interesting just to see that. And Randy added some little effects and whatever to it. I'm talking about myself in the third person. Why am I doing that? But anyways, let's move on. We're going to talk Luther now. So obviously people say, Luther? I mean, that show was out how long ago? And isn't it ended now? Listen, Luther's been one of my favourite series to watch repeatedly. I generally chill with the sis sometimes and just watch it, especially when it comes back around every year. We like to chill, watch Luther again, and just reminisce about when it first came out. You know what I mean? If people don't know about Luther is a series that stars Idris Elba and Ruth Wilson. It's kind of like a thriller, psychological drama, you know what I mean? Basically, Luther's job is he is a detective chief inspector coming from mental health issues, let's say put in a mental hospital, and he has to solve these kind of gruesome murders, let's say from these serial killers, you know what I mean, the deranged, the weird, the serial of serial killers out there, this, let's say, murking people, getting people murked, do you know what I mean? So he has to obviously go and uncover these mysteries and solve the crime, you know what I mean? But he does it, let's say, not in the laws of the book. He does it by probably the underhand tactics, the bad tactics, the stuff that people would say, dirty cop sayings and all that. But he does it to obviously get the mission sorted and everything. But, you know, the reason why I say to watch Luther is that is such a good series. It's a series that is full of twists and turns, ups and downs. You're going to get the best version of John Luther, and then, you know, Idris Elba's character that is very much gung-ho, goes in, uses his weapons of choice, which is mainly his fists, and to solve crimes and murders and mysteries and that. So it's very good, very adventurous. I'll definitely say it's well worth a watch. So it's definitely, for me, something that does get thumbs up. It's good to watch. As I said, every year it comes back around, and yeah, Idris Elba does a great job in terms of how he acts, in terms of how he presents the show. He's a quality actor. I think he's really good in the role he portrays in what he does. So Luther, for me, gets a thumbs up. It's a brilliant series, full of ups and downs, in and outs, and definitely well worth a watch. So yeah. So yeah, food for thought. But that's just my opinion on it. In generals, if you're asking me, I would definitely give like Luther, I give it a very strong like 9.8 for me. It's a very good series. It's a series that I'd say to go and watch, to go and really indulge in and check out. So yeah, 9.8 for me. All right, I'm gonna move forward now to talk Michail Antonio. So if people didn't know, Michail Antonio did have a crash recently in his big boy car. I can't remember the name of the make, but just wanted to say speedy recovery to him. It's good to see he is recovered in terms of where he's regained consciousness and he's able to communicate with his family and speak to them. That's good news to hear. And listen, rest up, wish him a speedy recovery, and I hope, you know, everything is intact and everything. I know I heard he has to have surgery, but I hope that goes well. And listen, best wishes, speedy recovery. And, you know, when you heard the news of that, you kind of fare the worse in general terms of where you've seen these sort of things and the way the car looked. It could have easily gone in another direction, but thankfully it didn't. And listen, speedy recovery to him and all the best wishes to recover soon. So, all right, let's move on, guys, then to the PL, the Premier League. So let's come to the theme. They usually have the do in terms of the Premier League theme and that. Let's get on to that. All right, Premier League, which is match day 15. Everton, Liverpool was postponed due to the weather. Storm Dara. Brentford 4, Newcastle 2. Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0. Crystal Palace 2, Man City 2. Man United 2, Nottingham Forest 3. Fulham 1, Arsenal 1. Leicester City 2, Brighton 2. Ipswich Town 1, Bournemouth 2. Tottenham 3, Chelsea 4. West Ham and Wolves are to play today at 8 p.m. Current time is 4:15, so I can predict that game, which I will do now. So West Ham versus Wolves today at 8 o'clock. I'm going to go for. I do see this being a draw, to be honest. West Ham, they can be unpredictable. Same with Wolves, like the Jamie Foxx song. Unpredictable, you about to see something you never done before. Maybe not the usual. They're not the getting unpredictable. Try rolling the baby. So yeah, I see a 1-1 draw in this. You know, I can't see anything else but a 1-1 draw. So that's what I'm going to go for. But anyways, let's get on to the reactions of match day 15. Brentford being Newcastle 4-2. Incredible result for Brentford. You know what I mean? Didn't really watch the game, saw the highlights. You know, goals from Embuemo. I'm trying to remember the other guys' names. But yeah, those guys scored a great goal. Fantastic for Brentford, winning 4-2. It's Newcastle. Shocker to see Newcastle lose that game, but Newcastle on this iffy form, iffy run. There's a good header as well by Isak to score their goal, but Brentford with the win. Aston Villa 1-0 against Southampton. So there's a good result. John Duran starting the game and scoring for Aston Villa. So it's a brilliant win for Villa. 1-0 win and fantastic for Villa. You know what I mean? The next game, Palace, Man City again. You know what I mean? Dropping points. This is very unlike Man City this season, but I'm here for it. Couldn't care less. Fuck them, man. I told these people already. Fuck Man City. You know what I mean? This team deserve to get relegated. So the fact that they lost to Crystal, it feels like a loss to them, but the fact that they drew to Palace is brilliant. Listen, I'm going to be honest there. The Rico Lewis incident wasn't a sending off. It wasn't. He just got the underfoot of the guy, but they sent him off. I think it was a bit harsh, but you know, I mean, it was a good goal by him as well, Rico Lewis, to get them back into the game. But Palace probably should have won that game, to be honest. But listen, I don't care. Man City drop points again. Stay humble, bitch. But anyways, let's move forward. Man United losing 3-2 to Nottingham Forest. Brilliant result for Forest. Beating United at home, I think, for the first time in like 30 years or something. So it's a fantastic result for them. Ruben Amorim suffering his second loss as a Man United manager and his first loss at home. I'm here for it. Fulham joining us Arsenal. Listen, I heard we played shit. I didn't watch the game. You know what I mean? I was tired after playing football, so I went and crashed literally. So I didn't really watch the game, unfortunately. But when I got up, I heard the result. I was like, I'm not really surprised, to be honest. I told people, in terms of fellow Arsenal fans, that this squad is not good enough to generally go and compete for the league. We are missing some key component players to get us over the line. We needed a striker, a clinical striker. We didn't get one. We need someone to replace Smith Rowe or even Vieira. We let go on loan. We didn't do that. We only have Odegaard there, so if he's injured again, we're fucked. We needed someone, obviously, to cover Bukayo Saka's position, because Bukayo Saka right now, if he gets injured, we're screwed again. Raheem Sterling's not the guy. Do you know what I mean? Why did we sign him? Waste of money, waste of time. It just made no fucking sense, to be honest. Yeah, and you don't even play the guy, so you let him have cameo appearances like he's in the group. Tastes like candy, I can see the way you walk, even when you talk, it takes over me. Tastes like candy. He's literally a cameo. That's what he is, man. But it's frustrating, to be honest, that we drew that game, but it doesn't surprise me one bit. It doesn't surprise me. As I said, we have a lack of options. I think Martinelli, to be honest, I heard he had a poor game. Doesn't surprise me. The guy's been really inconsistent at times. Even Trossard, to be honest, I can't even look and go Trossard, call, you start and blah, blah, blah. He's inconsistent as well. So we have man then that aren't just patterning up. So the reasons being for it is like, well, I generally don't see us winning this league title, and I said it for the start of the season. For me, not signing a striker was criminal. For me, not signing a proper winger to replace or give a challenge to Martinelli, not Trossard, someone else. Do you know what I mean? Something else, like the Arrow monologue. But it generally was, we needed a proper someone to come in and challenge Bukayo Saka. We didn't have that. So I'm not gonna say I didn't see this come in. I saw it happening, because if we had those players that got us over got us to second and pushed us all the way last season, you got rid of some of those guys and you didn't replace them, and you didn't add towards our option of having a number 9 to score us the goals, then where are we going? I mean, where are we going? So I kind of knew it. Doesn't surprise me one bit. Just frustrated, but on to the next game, brah. We'll see what happens, man. But anyways, next game was Leicester 2, Brighton 2. But listen, I want to say big up to Fulham. You got a point from us. You played really well, I heard. So big up to you guys. You know, hopefully you guys do get into Europe this season, because I would want to see Fulham get there. I'm saying hopefully, but let's be honest, I don't really see that happening. But it's hope. Be hopeful, like the song, you know what I mean? Twister and Faith Evans. Be hopeful, and you make your way. Oh no, that's okay. We're hopeful. Stay hopeful in that. But yeah, Leicester City 2, Brighton 2. Listen, good comeback from Leicester City. You know what I mean? I see that happening, you know, especially when Brighton, you know, were 2-0 up and they managed to throw it away. But when you score those ones and you're away from home, the home crowd gets up for it. It's peaky, like the blinders still. But you know what? They managed to escape with a point, fortunately for Brighton. But Leicester is a good comeback from them. 2-2 draw at home. Ipswich Town losing 2-1 to Bournemouth. I didn't watch this game. Don't really know what happened. Didn't see the highlights. So yeah, good result for Bournemouth. Yeah. Chelsea winning at Tottenham Hotspur's Stadium 4-3. You know what I mean? Tottenham 2-0 up. Cucurella slipping twice. Banana skin settings. Do you know what I mean? Super Mario and that. With the car. Literally. It's mad. Do you know what I mean? To see them throw it away. Cucurella giving them 2 golden opportunities, 2-0 up, finished as well by Kulusevski and Solanke as well, scoring from a crossing from Brennan Johnson. But they threw it away. It's just the history of the Tottenham, isn't it? So, you know what I mean? To go and throw away with a brilliant goal by Jadon Sancho, cutting in, whacking it into the corner. I'm forgetting this. Enzo Fernandez, yes, with the half volley as well. It's a good finish. And then penalties, you know what I mean? Cole Palmer, the Panenka, and Cole Palmer again. So, you know what I mean? Tottenham, it's the history of the Tottenham. But Kasuma, what were you doing? Fool. But I don't care. It's a Tottenham player, so fuck him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, who cares? Fuck Basuma. Do you know? Fuck Tottenham. Do you know what I mean? Listen, there are another teams, so fuck them as well, along with City. But I'm happy to see them lose games because they're twats. Absolute twats. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, 2-0 up and you throw away. Hold that, pussy-holes. But anyways, let's move on. Let's move on to predict now, match day 16. We come on to now Arsenal versus Everton, which is a Saturday game at 3 p.m. Us versus Everton. Listen, we should beat Everton. Yeah, we should come back. We should win this game. I don't think it's going to be an easy game. I think they're going to park the bus. It's a Sean Dyche team, so you know what we're going to get with Sean Dyche teams. I think a 2-0 Arsenal I'm going to go for. I don't really see Everton scoring. It's 2-0 Arsenal. Wolves versus Ipswich Town. This is a 3 p.m. kickoff on Saturday as well. I'm going to edge Wolves to this one. Ipswich, they're going for a rough patch on. They lost their last game. Do I see Ipswich scoring? Yeah, I think the luck could score 2-1 Wolves. Newcastle versus Leicester City. So Newcastle should generally win this one, but it's typical Newcastle to probably throw this away. But I'm going to go with them. I think, but Ruud van Nistelrooy, the way Ruud van Nistelrooy is moving with his team, potentially could snatch a draw here. But Newcastle should come back and win this one. They should. But will they? It's one of them ones, man. I'm going to go with the draw, man. 1-1. I think Isak could be playing, but I don't know. I think Ruud van Nistelrooy will be probably a bit more prepared for him in terms of trying to stop him. I'm going to go 1-1. I may be wrong here, but it is what it is. It's a prediction in this. So, Liverpool versus Fulham. 3 p.m. kickoff as well on Saturday. I'm going to go for Liverpool in this one. I think a 3-1 Liverpool. Nottingham Forest versus Aston Villa. This is a derby, isn't it? I think it is. Midland derby. It should be heated. It should be spicy. You know what I mean? But this is a 5:30 kickoff. I don't know who's going to win this one, to be honest. Nottingham Forest home, but Villa should. But they've been inconsistent. Up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right. So, I can't say Villa with chest, man. I don't feel Villa are going to win this one, to be honest. I don't. I'm going to go with a draw here. Probably another 1-1 or 2-2. I think, yeah, high impact game, 2-2. 2-2 game. Brighton versus Crystal Palace. This is a Sunday game, 2 p.m. I'm going to go for Brighton winning this one. They should come back and win. 2-1 Brighton. Man City versus Man United. Hey, the game on Sunday. It's a 4:30 kickoff. This is all or nothing for Man City. They have to win this one. They have to win it. Do you know what I mean? Because they have to stay in this title race. You know what I mean? If they're going to have any chance of coming back, they have to win this one. And people say I'll never count Man City out until the final day of the season, where it's virtually impossible. Virtual insanity settings, you know, the Jamiroquai song. You know what I mean? Oh, into virtual insanity. You know what I mean? So yeah. But I'm gonna go. This is a derby as well. It's just difficult to call, but City should win this one. They should. They must win this one. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go for a tight scoreline though. 2-1 Man City. Southampton versus Tottenham. This is a 7 p.m. kickoff on Sunday. I'm gonna go for Tottenham. Tottenham should come back and win this one. It's going to be a scrappy one, though, still. 2-1 Tottenham. Chelsea versus Brentford. Chelsea should win this one. Brentford are a tricky team, but Chelsea should win. I'm going to go 3-2 Chelsea. Bournemouth versus West Ham. This is a Monday game, 8 p.m. I'm going to go for... I don't know, Lopetegui, if he's not fired by this period of time, then it's crazy, innit? If he loses this one and he's still in charge, man needs to get fired, man. Seriously. You know what I mean? They got rid of David Moyes for this clown. You know what I mean? It's a clown for another clown. You know what I mean? But David Moyes was an even better clown. You know what I mean? He was doing the performance stuff. Krusty the Clown said, what is Lopetegui doing? You know what I mean? He's Lopetegui shit. You know what I mean? That's what he's doing. But anyways, I feel like it's going to be... They should beat Bournemouth, shouldn't they? But West Ham are so inconsistent. Bournemouth, again, you don't know what you're going to get with Bournemouth at times as well. It's got a draw written on this as well, man. Go 1-1. And cool. Well, that's it for the predictions of the Premier League. Now, we're going to come on to... to be the champion. That whistling was crap this week. But anyways, hopefully I get it right next week. But it is what it is. Alright, match day 6 of the Champions League. Dinamo Zagreb versus Celtic, which is on tomorrow at 5:45 p.m. Yeah, excuse the plane is probably flying low. It's doing all that, you know, noise and all that. But anyways, I'm going to go for Celtic. Somehow Celtic probably going to scrape with something here, I feel. Celtic, they're one of them dodgy teams as well, man. They should get something from this game, shouldn't they, Celtic? I'm going to go Celtic. 2-1 Celtic. Girona versus Liverpool. Same time. Liverpool winning this one. I'm going to go for a... Do I see Girona scoring? Potentially, yes. I don't know why I'm thinking 3-1 Liverpool, but I'm going to go with a 3-1. Brest versus PSV, which is on at 8 p.m. I'm gonna go for a Brest are kind of top, PSV draw in this one, 1-1. Shakhtar Donetsk versus Bayern Munich. I'm gonna go for a 3-1 Bayern Munich win. Club Brugge versus Sporting Lisbon. 2-0 Sporting Lisbon. Yeah. RB Salzburg versus PSG, sorry. I'm gonna go for a PSG win. I'm gonna go for a tight one. A 2-1 win. RB Leipzig versus Aston Villa. I'm gonna go for a draw on this one. Another 1-1. Leverkusen versus Inter Milan. Ooh. This is a tricky one, isn't it? Ooh. Could be a draw on this one, but I think Leverkusen could edge it, couldn't they? Yeah. 2-1 Leverkusen. Atalanta versus Real Madrid. I'm going to go for a Real Madrid winner. It's going to be a day at the foot. Atalanta could surprise. Do you know what? I'm going to go for a draw on this one. I think Real would find it tough there. I thought Atalanta not going to want to roll over as well. Yeah, man. 1-1. Atletico Madrid versus Slavian Bratislava. 2-0 Atletico Madrid. Lille versus Sturm Graz. I'm going to go for Lille winning this one. Probably a tight contest, to be fair. Maybe a 1-0 Lille. Benfica versus Bologna. I'm going to go for a Benfica win. 2-1. Milan versus Zvezda. I always butcher that name. It just is in my nature to do that, isn't it? So this is a Wednesday game, by the way. So is the Benfica one. So is the Lille. So is the Atletico. They're all Wednesday games. Milan winning this one 2-0. Maybe in 3, to be honest. 3-0. Dortmund versus Barcelona. Ooh, that's a good game that Wednesday. I'm gonna go for a Barcelona win, just 2-1 Barcelona. Feyenoord versus Sparta Praha. 1-0 Feyenoord. 2-0 Feyenoord. 2-0. Juventus versus Man City. Ooh, another heavyweight clash, isn't it? Draw. 1-1. Stuttgart versus Young Boys. 2-1 Young Boys. Arsenal versus Monaco. We should beat Monaco, shouldn't we? It's a nice trip for the people to go and, south of France and that. But yeah, we should beat Monaco. I'm going to go for 3-1 Arsenal. Well, we're at home, say south of France. We're not going there, they're coming to us. So yeah, 3-1 Arsenal. And we'll have another pause. Yes, I'm back again. All right, I haven't got long. You know what I mean? Listen, time is running, so still, let's get on to the UFC. 310, 310, and we're going to come to the first match, which is the featherweight clash. Nate Lowan, I butchered this name as well. Nate Lowan, whatever. Yes, it's Choi Do-ho. So Choi Do-ho won by TKO in round 3. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't the greatest of fights. It is what it is there. Good win for Choi Do-ho. Next fight was the featherweight fight, which was Bryce Mitchell against Kron Gracie. So the win for Bryce Mitchell with a TKO knockout in round 3. So big up to him. Win. And we'll come on to the controversial one. Listen, all the ones that won this card weren't controversial. They were the right winners. So Cyril Gane was the heavyweight clash. Cyril Gane versus Alexander Volkov. Listen, it was 1-1 going into that third round. For me, Alexander Volkov won that third round. it was a travesty, to be honest. Like the steps song, travesty, travesty, all of that. But to be honest, it seemed very close. But I did think Volkov won that third round. He was put him on the ground for 4 minutes, so he won that one. But mad decision there. But anyways, what clash? It was the Shavkat Rakhmonov. I might have butchered that as well, but it is what it is. Won by decision, right decision call. Do you know what I mean? Very good clash. It was very interesting. Takes of styles. Very what's the word I'm trying to use? The word's not coming to me right now. Methodical clash. It's very, tit for tat, I would say. You know what I mean? Trying to figure each other out. Alright, then we come to now the main event on the UFC 310 card. Alexandra Pantoja against Kai Asakura. And Alexandra Pantoja won by submission in round 2. Tapped his ass out, man. You know what I mean? Brilliant tap out. You know what I mean? Kai Asakura coming to this one. I did look and think Alexander Pantoja had enough to put him down, and he did. So big up to Alexander Pantoja winning that fight. Overall, the UFC 310, I give it a 5.5 out of 10. Wasn't the cleanest of events, wasn't the most exciting, but probably expected a lot more, but it just wasn't one of them ones, to be honest. So yeah, definitely probably one of them ones that's probably well worth a miss. If you're trying to watch it, just check the results. That's what I'd say on that one. Cool. We'll move on now from UFC 310. We'll come to final one, which is NXT Deadline. So I did watch the NXT Deadline. We're just going to try and zoom through this because man has a lot of time. I want to finish this as soon as possible. You know what I mean? So I ain't got time to sit around waffling about. All right, so we're just going to come on to one. Iron Survivor Challenge. Julia won in the Iron Women's Challenge Survivor. The NXT Championship match, Trick Williams beat Ridge Holland. Yeah, I mean, the Iron Survivor match was a good fight. Just I felt it was a bit sloppy at times, you know what I mean? But decent spots, you know what I mean? So overall, okay. You know what I mean? NXT Championship, Trick beating Ridge Holland. You know what I mean? I don't really care about Ridge Holland. He's not my favourite. Don't really care about him. I think he's boring, to be honest. So good for Trick winning. To be honest with Trick's, if he goes to the main event, which I think they plan to move to SmackDown, he's more of a mid-carder. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think Trick's that guy to really win major gold if he goes to SmackDown or Raw. So I'm just saying it what it is. But good for him winning the championship and regaining. Personally, I didn't really care about that match. Ridge is not the person I want to watch perform. So it is what it is. The NXT Championship match. Frazier defeated No Quarter Catch Crew. That was actually a very good match, to be honest. That's probably one of the matches of the card, to be honest. I think it's better than the Iron Survivor challenges. So that one was really good. NXT Underground match. Lola Vice beating Jada Parker. Listen, we wanted Miss Parker to win for a lot of reasons. She's one of my faves, and the NXT, for a lot of reasons. You know what I mean? Cake! But yeah, definitely took the cake, Lola Vice winning. For me, Lola Vice doesn't have that personality to really shine through. She's a good fighter, don't get me wrong, but I don't think someone you could see as being a champion. She's just one of them people that fills in like a Xia Li sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm just being real. Do you know what I mean? So, but Jada Parker, she has all the makings to be a star. I'm not talking just about the behind. I'm talking about, in terms of where she has presence. She has character development. She has something more to it to add on. So that's why for me, it was a bit gutting seeing her lose, but I kind of knew Lola Vice was going to win this one because it was an underground match. They make Lola Vice win these ones, don't they? So I know we come to the final one, the Iron Survivor Challenge. Obafemi's the surprise one, beating the rest of the guys, Wesley, Javon Evans, Nathan Frazier and Ethan Page. I probably saw it maybe as Ethan winning, but it's good that, let's say, there was someone else that did win. Obafemi being the surprise guy to come in for, I think it was Shane something who was injured. So he came in, did what he had to do, dominated. It was a good Survivor match, but overall, yeah, decent. It was better than the women. So Overall, NXT Deadline, what I'd give it out of 10, 7. Yeah, I think what let me down, the underground match was a bit all over the place. The championship match as well, didn't really care about it. The women's was all over the place as well. But the two good matches, the Core Catch Crew and the Survivors, kind of saved it from being dire straits. So, yeah, that's that. And that's it from my NXT little run through predictions and that. But what do you guys think of all I've said? You know, all the questions, I'm Celeb, Lufa, Michail Antonio, Premier League, UFC 310, NXT Deadline. You can put your comments below or keep to yourself. With that, we've come to the end of this long podcast and me feeling warm in this jacket. So it's good. I'm feeling warm, but still. Appreciate you guys' time. Big yourselves up, first time listeners, seasoned listeners. You know what to do below all of that. Thank you guys. You know what we usually do when we finish. Peace, love, unity, have fun, and you're either all in or clear out.